Before we dive into the latest fight news, let's take a moment to enjoy a funny story. Recently, Kamaru Usman shared a hilarious incident where security didn't recognize Belal Muhammad, and Usman's take on it is priceless. Let's listen to what he had to say.
What are we doing what are we doing when even the security working the UFC event don't know you are a champion? Oh my God.
Kamaru, you enjoying that a little too much,
My
bro.
bad.
Too
Hey,
much.
it was just the time, because I remember when I saw it too. I was like, yo, Joe Rogan had to vouch for you to get you to come through security. Did you hear what Joe Rogan said? Oh, he's the champ, let him in. And I know Joe didn't even mean it in a negative way. It just, I mean, obviously Joe's a comedian. It's just natural timing and delivery just hit the mark. And that's what I found really, really funny. But I was thinking the same, like Joe Rogan had to vouch for you to get through security. Like, what are we doing at an event that you can't even, they don't even know you're the champion. So I thought that was just hilarious. That wasn't me trying to like cast shade or anything like that. Like we all thought it was funny. I'm sure the world thought it was funny.
Right after that funny story with Usman and Belal, we've got some serious news in the MMA world. Things got heated when Merab Dvalishvili attacked Umar Nurmagomedov's team, leading to an intense confrontation. Emotions are running high between these two camps, and it seems like their rivalry is far from over. Let's check out the footage of the altercation and see what went down.
Exposing the guy who grabs Merab's arm physically and insults him is not just a fan but teammate and friend of Umar and Dagestanis. You can see Merab walking filming his friend Aljo when Guy grabs his arm and starts insulting him with phone in his hand. Turns out he is not just fan from Kazakhstan but a provoker, and as Merab said, he was insulting him.
You're gone, bro. You're gone.
Later that day, Umar posts stories with the guy and his squad. And there is even more pictures from years ago with him and Dagestanis. Media says Merab got into with a fan, and the guy himself says Merab said something about Shavkat, while Kazakhstan media promoted it like Merab disrespected Shavkat, and the guy is hero. But obviously, this is not coincidence. Merab is good with Shavkat, and all this happened in 15 seconds. This was just Dagestani's dirty trick and provocation.
Belal Muhammad says he will walk through Shavkat. The only thing I saw is that I win. Regardless of when it is, that's how it's going to be. I knew that I was going to be able to beat both of them, whoever came out on top. But after watching it, getting another 5 rounds of seeing it, now I know it's going to be a fight for me that I'm going to walk through. I think I'm a better striker. I think I'm better everywhere. People will sit there and call me a grappler, but in the Leon fight, I outstruck him. He was supposed to be the best striker in the division, and then I walked him down and broke him on the feet and on the ground. I had 100 more strikes than him. So people could say what they want to say, but I think I am the best striker in the division, and the way that I fight, it's different than the rest of these guys. It's hard for these guys to catch reads on me and figure me out until you see me in front of you. And then when you see me in front of you, it's already too late because I'm hitting you. I wouldn't have given him those times to rest, right? There's times when he's resting on the cage, holding him. Gary, they're holding over under. You're getting the ref having to tell you to work. There won't be that moment with me. I'm going to be the one with the foot on the gas. I'm going to be the one pushing him on the fence, taking him down, letting him back up, taking him down, letting him back up. There won't be that moment with me. I'm going to be the one with the foot on the gas. I'm going to be the one pushing him on the fence, taking him down, letting him back up, taking him down, letting him back up. If you've never felt that before, you're going to be drowning. It's going to feel like there's nowhere to go. It's going to feel like you're in quicksand. And the same way Leon felt it, and he broke, it's going to be the same thing with Shavkat. Now, let's talk about the middleweight division. Robert Whittaker recently shared his thoughts on the top contenders. He believes that Dricus du Plessis will defeat Sean Strickland again, but emphasized that Khamzat Chimaev is on another level compared to both of them. Whittaker sees Chimaev as the better fighter overall. Let's hear what Whittaker had to say about these potential matchups.
Surprised Sean literally just sat out. Like, everyone was laughing at him when he said, I'm going to sit out until I get my title shot. And
Yeah.
dude straight up got a title shot. Props for that. Like you got to give it to him. Guy like straight up stuck by what he said. But in my opinion, I don't see the fight going any different. Like, du Plessis is such a dog in there. He's going to come with the same aggressiveness and game plan. What could Sean do differently to change the outcome?
Yeah. What do you think Khamzat does against Dricus or Sean? Like, do you think he'd be the favorite against either of them?
Yeah, I'd have to. Like, I can't see. I don't know. I think he just takes him down and does the same thing. Like, not necessarily to me, but to like how he beat Usman. You know, like I can, or how he beat Gert Burns. I can see those sort of fights. I think he'd have more success with Strickland than du Plessis.
Mm-hmm.
Just
For
because
sure.
du Plessis is like a big dude. But ultimately, I don't know. I'll be stopping that first takedown is so crazy. That the way he shoots in that first shot is crazy. How do you stop that dude? Jump over him. Like,
Arman last cheat mile before go to diet for fight. It looks like we might be seeing the end of an era in the UFC bantamweight division. After his recent loss, Aljamain Sterling has hinted that he may be considering retirement. The former champion reflected on his career and the toll it has taken on him, suggesting that it might be time to step away from the sport. Let's listen to Sterling himself as he shares his thoughts on what could be the next chapter of his life.
What it is. Better man won, so we'll just I will share something with the fans too. When we were in the back room, Ray had just stepped out, and I told the guys, I was like, I'm gonna let you guys know I don't really know what I'm gonna do from here. I don't know if I'm gonna. I mean, I need to let it clear a little bit, settle a little bit. But I was like, at 35, I don't know if I really want to climb the ladder all over again, like I don't want to say from scratch, but the end goal is so much further. It's just, I'm at a point where it's like, is that worth the time invested for the surgeries, the pain, the training, the sacrifice? Like, do I still have that fight to commit to do that all the way up into the belt again, knowing that there's still a good chance, like there's still some other dogs that I could potentially fight and might go my way, you know, so I'm not ignorant to that. So it's just kind of like making a decision, like, do I continue or do I just help out the guys and help them get ready for their fights and whatnot, and maybe just take fun fights? I don't know. I don't want to retire, but I got to see what the UFC make a decision to go from there to see where my positioning is. I just don't feel like I could have lost stock in that. If anything, I feel like I should go up in the rankings. Mosar, they finally did the right thing, put him back at number 5 where he was before the fight, and they had me at 9. I mean, I would find it hard to not put me at 7 or even 6. Like, it's a top contender like that, number 1 contender fight. Lodge the right thing in the rankings to put me in a good spot, because they bumped me down, and that's just weird. And
that's it for today's MMA news and highlights. From Kamaru Usman's funny moment to intense altercations and Aljamain Sterling's potential retirement, it's been a wild ride. We've got more updates coming soon, so stay tuned. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for all the latest in the world of MMA. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.